When people ask me, what is it like to ride for Deliveroo, or do you like it? I always say, I like the riding.
It is such a fun job. I enjoy it so much because I like riding bikes and stuff like that. But it's just like, there's just problems and it could be better is what I'm saying.
I very quickly realised it is not sufficient as a full-time job.
We used to have trial shifts. Sometimes you'd get 20 per day. 2 at a time, 4 at a time, 6 at a time. Not to mention how dangerous that is, it's just not feasible. You can't test someone's ability to do the job when he's 5 cyclists behind you.
They promised us they'd pay us a certain amount extra an hour. They didn't tell us that it was just for doing 1 hour, so I was taking people for like 2 hours, 3 hours. Wasn't getting paid for that time.
Reading my contract, I've never seen the word indemnified so many times in my life.
You've got a fee per drop basis, which encourages you to cycle as fast as possible, often in rush hour traffic. That encourages dangerous cycling.
Even when people are offered scheduled shifts, the base rate is still really low. Relies on getting jobs even at times when it could be really, really quiet.
Bearing in mind that the hourly pay that we had was below minimum wage anyway, which they've gotten through a little loophole by how we're self-employed careers rather than actually workers or in fact employed.
The pay is just stupid. How can you be such a big company and not pay your workers?
The people who were doing the trial shifts, they all kind of gathered together and agreed not to run the trials for a day, and that really got the attention of the office.
Everyone kind of realised that everyone was feeling the same thing and experienced the same thing with the company. So then everyone just kind of grouped together.
Obviously we also heard about the strikes in London when they tried to switch them over to a contract, which I realise actually now we had all been riding for quite a while.
People started talking to each other, they started organising. A large group of us joined the IWW.
The IWW is a member-led union that's open to everyone, whether you work part-time, full-time or a part of the gig economy.
The way the IWW works is that it supports workers to organise themselves and to fight and win their own battles rather than doing it on their behalf.
Well, I'd heard of IWW before. It's helping like sort of disparate groups of workers, non-workers, whether it just gives you like a real sort of clear rallying point. You're like, no, there are people, we've done this before, they're on our side.
It's definitely a lot more comforting and it makes the whole process a lot less intimidating to know that you've got professionals that are willing to help. We've now had word from the Deliveroo office in Bristol that we will have a representative for health and safety. A significant change in the trial schemes, so there should be proper accreditation. They've also reduced the number of riders that will go out on any trial.
We only get given 2 trialists and we get paid for them. That has worked. They've rolled over immediately on uniform. So I'd like to make that quite clear for everybody watching this at Deliveroo. You don't have to wear uniform. That is optional. You would think as couriers that we'd be really organised, but that's not the case. But it can be the case. It can be the case, guys. And when it is the case, you can get a lot done, and we have got a lot done in Bristol.
More people just need to put their face out there and kind of say how it is. Yeah.
You work out a list of things that you think can be improved, and take that to the office and ask them what they think about it. Can they make a change?
Do you believe that you are the reason this company works? So I'd say just keep on, like if you have a problem, just keep on asking, keep on with it. Stay committed to your endeavour.
Stand up for what you want, mate. Yeah, if this job is not treating you well, you need to let them know. And organise with the other riders, organise with people who are experienced with this stuff before, like the IWW. Yeah, there's a lot of support out there.
Organise yourselves, guys, organise yourselves. There will be someone watching this video who has the capability to lead the courier stood next to him. Do it, and see what happens. Make a change.